Hi everyone. Wanted to try and leave a quick message in response to some of the comments that I've got and to update you on my feelings about the time capsule since I've had it for a few months. I got the question implying that I thought streaming movies and MP3s from the time capsule was not a good idea. And I don't think that's the case, but I think you have a lot of things to consider, and I'm going to try and keep this as concise as possible and keep from rambling. But right now, I am using my time capsule with the built-in internal hard drive strictly for Time Machine, and it seems to be working great. My feeling about the time capsule right now is that I think it's better if you want the control to be able to get an Airport Extreme, which has the USB connector on the back, and plug in an external hard drive, a USB hard drive that you have more control over. There's a couple reasons for that. And one is that you can have more control over the size. You can add a 250 gig, a 500 gig, a terabyte, whatever you want. Right now, what I have is what's called a Drobo. It's an external hard drive enclosure that has 4 hard drives in it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to Google and look up DROBO. It's a data robot. It is built to be redundant so that if one of my hard drives go bad, then I won't lose any data. So it's kind of a backup solution. And that's what I really like about it. But I have that control using that enclosure, plugging it into the USB connector of my time capsule. So that's the reason that I'm kind of leaning towards the recommendation that it's better to get the Airport Extreme because you have that control. Now I have a time capsule, so I'm deciding to utilize the terabyte hard drive within the time capsule for my Time Machine backups. And my setup right now seems to work well for me because I'm storing all of my files, my MP3s, my videos, all of my documents, all of my pictures, everything on the Drobo that's accessible through the time capsule. And that's great because everything's kind of built up or backed up and redundant, and if I lose a hard drive I don't lose any of those precious pictures or any of that data. I'm using the time capsule hard drive because it's one single hard drive as a backup for the 2 MacBooks that are in my house. So it is a backup for the hard drives that are in my mobile devices, making all of that data redundant so that if I lose the time capsule hard drive, I still have all the data on my mobile devices. If I lose a mobile device, I have the backup on the time capsule. So I'm trying to protect myself, as you can see, and I'm not storing any data on the time capsule hard drive so that that's the only place it is because I'm too worried about that hard drive going bad, and I can't switch it out easily. I can't really get access to that hard drive without opening up the time capsule, which Apple didn't really build it for you to be able to do that. You have to take it into an Apple store. So those are my feelings right now on the built-in internal hard drive of the time capsule. It can be great for ease of use and ease of setup because it's built to work with Time Machine. You can just kind of plug it up and you go. And as long as that's what you're looking for, I think it's great. I just think you have to keep in mind that you need to be able to back up all your data. Any data that you have in only one place means that you're playing with fire because hard drives go bad. That's just the nature of the beast. So you either accept that risk or you make another plan, like I have with the Drobo and with only using my time capsule for Time Machine backups. So those are my thoughts. I hope that it helps. I'm in the process of trying to tweak my network so that I can stream all of my videos, all of my MP3s, and have access to all of my pictures and all of my documents, all of my data over the network with every computer on my network. And I'm having some issues being able to stream my MP3s, my music, from the Drobo to my Apple TV downstairs. I'm not going to get into a long discussion of that right now because my setup is a bit convoluted, as you can probably piece together from what I've already talked about. But I'm having some data latency problems. So you might also want to consider, if you're streaming music, streaming video, taking steps, out of the mix, which again puts you in the in the realm of needing to take considerations of backing up your data. Like, for instance, if you wanted to house everything on the time capsule just because it's central to your network and it's there and easily accessible, because you don't want to have to access an external hard drive for your MP3s, thinking it might slow down the data transfer, then, I could understand that decision, but then you're not getting everything backed up. Again, there are options where you could get around that, but then you've got to go outside of the realm of what I've tried. This can work in many different ways, and I guess what I'm coming around to recommending is that if you're looking at getting a time capsule, I would consider the possibility of an Airport Extreme with an external hard drive. Look at what you're trying to do, look at your options, and see if that will work for you. Compare the cost of putting that together with the cost of the time capsule and see what's important to you. See what's cheaper, see what makes you feel better about the security of your data, and just go with it. I hope that helps, and I hope I wasn't rambling too much or too confusing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or another video message, and I'll help where I can. I hope that my months of experience with the time capsule have given you a flavor for how it works for me and how it might work for you. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks.